Well, behind us is a car that answers the question, what would happen if the Germans designed a car and tuned the suspension, but the Koreans built it? Because that is a Kia Stinger.
Yeah, it should be fun. I've been hearing about this car for quite a while since it's been out. I haven't had a chance to drive one, so pretty excited we got a top-of-the-line Stinger to run around the track.
Yeah, and the question, of course, is it hot or not? Well, only one way to find out. Dude, your turn.
Let's go.
It's number 5, 1307, 56 volt.
Hallelujah, a car where you can actually change the amount of engine note enhancement you're getting. Kia actually allows you to have 3 different settings for engine note enhancement that you're hearing in the cabin there. There's normal and there's enhanced. And I gotta tell you, I think that's a great way of fixing a problem that is now plaguing the auto industry, and that is fake engine noise. At least with this Kia, you can hear exactly what those twin turbos are doing without any enhancement, just by clicking minimize. How cool is that? Check it out, guys. It says turbo on the engine. It really should say turbos because it's a V6 with 2 turbos that puts out 376 pound-foot of torque, and perhaps more importantly, 365 horsepower. Now, of course, the Stinger is all-wheel drive, and those 4 wheels are fed via an 8-speed automatic transmission.
Looking at the wheel tire package and brake package on the Kia Stinger, it looks pretty stout. We've got Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, which is a summer tire. Not their softest tire, it's got a 320 treadwear rating. And in the front we've got a 225, and on the rear we've got a 255, both in 19-inch diameter. And then we've got Brembo brakes. You can see those big red calipers there. 4-piston front, 13.8-inch diameter in the front, and 13.42 piston calipers in the rear. So that's the right way to go. If you're looking for track time, these are 2 manufacturers that it's a good idea to partner with. Let's see what she does 0 to 60. Launch control ready. Nice sounding engine. All right, 5.42 seconds. So that's pretty decent. I think 4.7 is what they rate this car at. And just remember, we're over 5,200 feet of altitude. So if we see a ½ second off 0 to 60, we're pretty happy that the car's doing what it would do at sea level.
Paul, usually you're the one who has all the fun out here. You get to drive them, I get to time them. But I recently had a chance to drive this on ice sideways in Crested Butte.
Well, that I can hardly wait to see.
What we're going to do is we're going to start our open lapping and also our autocross competition. So good luck down there. Smooth as fast.
Keeping score?
Maybe.
Are you the official scorekeepers?
Yeah, we accept bribes.
Yeah, I was wondering how, like, what, you know.
It's pretty
money?
steep.
We can't have that on record, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Off record. Will you go in the passenger seat and we'll go in the driver's seat?
Kneel down.
Dude, you gotta lay off the S-car, go.
And then I'm just gonna fall asleep right here on his shoulder. It's gonna be perfect. That's just how I like my men. Not fat, but big tired.
So usually watching autocross on video is super boring, but I'm hoping that here on ice it's a little more interesting. We're good to go. Here we go, forward. Oh yeah. This just puts a huge smile on your face. Steer, try to get some grip, point it the way you want, the traction control is cutting in. Finally, power, give me power. Now we got power. The car is like crawling and clawing for grip, and you know, I'm just counter steering into it. It's all good. Yeah, I had this epiphany this morning. You know, when Kia kind of came in, you guys were kind of gunning for the Japanese brand, right? But now it seems like you're gunning for the German brand, because this is a kind of car that people will cross-shop potentially, and you may disagree, but I think they will with an Audi or a BMW.
Well, the numbers play out in their favor for that. I think you're probably right, but once we got the vehicle and saw what it was capable of, that it has a faster 0 to 60 time than a Porsche Panamera, and it has some better numbers than some BMW and Audi models, as you mentioned, and head-to-head on a track, it fared very well against those cars.
Yeah, one of the things that's unique about the Stinger, which maybe people don't realize, is that it's a staggered wheel size, right? So the fronts are actually smaller than the rears.
Yes, exactly.
And Michelin did supply tires that actually fit from the OEM, right, perspective, this car. So you can go to your Michelin dealership or tire shop and buy the tires that will swap right onto this car.
Absolutely.
And then you too can go sideways in the snow.
Be careful, make sure it's a closed road.
This has been a really fun day. You certainly don't need almost 169 mile an hour top speed to go around this course, but it doesn't hurt. If you guys are looking for a Korean Audi or BMW, well, here's your vehicle, because the guy who designed this, Peter Schreier, used to be the head of design for Audi. You'll probably see a lot of that German influence. And perhaps more importantly, Albert Biermann, who used to work with BMW's M division, did the sport tuning on this vehicle. So we've got a German designed car with German sport tuning built by the Koreans. Go figure.
Been kind of looking forward to driving one of these. Decent turn in. Engine's fairly responsive. Grip's okay. It's on Michelin's. That's always good. On a all-season high-performance Michelin. Understeer there. Understeer there, then the rear comes out nicely. It's good on the power, puts the power down well. Definitely don't like the brakes. There's a ton of front brake bias. The ABS is overactive in the front of the car all the time. Like it doesn't want to really turn, which is the big handicap for this car. Balance decent, suspension's a little soft, but oh my god, the front brakes are just like locking. It's just in the ABS, Yeah, that's not good. The car won't turn until you release the brake because there's so much front brake bias. Yes, guys, ABS has brake bias because the rear brake's ABS is not active, but the fronts are. Rest of it's pretty good. Decent grip, decent balance. I'm sure the lap time wasn't terrible. I just had to be really careful. And when you're being really careful, you're not necessarily having a lot of fun when you're driving a car.
So there you go, 105.67.
That's about exactly where I kind of thought it would land.
Yeah, how's it feel out there?
It feels good. I think if they sorted out the brakes, it's got this very peculiar front brake bias. Like, I'm not braking that hard, and the ABS in the front is like there, right there. So it costs me corner speed. So that's not a bad lap time. I think, you know, it's got good balance. It's got a good tire with the Michelin that it's got on it. And the all-wheel drive system does a pretty good job too. Is it at the level of an Audi or a BMW? No, and the brakes are a super example of that. But it's nicer than a lot of stuff. I remember that all-wheel drive Ford Fusion we ran that was pretty highly touted as being a big Focus RS, and it was a complete disappointment.
Yeah.
And this car is actually pretty good.
Yeah, you know, it's also 10K and more cheaper than the equivalent Audi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, in a way, you're getting a bargain basement Audi.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff to like about this car.
So Paul, the question is, at $52,300, is the Kia Stinger hot or not?
Well, I can tell you I had high expectations for the car, and I have to say they kind of got met. I mean, not the quickest thing around the track, but certainly nowhere near the slowest. I think it held up really well. in driving dynamics. It's a little soft for a real sports car, but as a GT car, I think it takes a real shot across the German's bow.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I drove it all the way from Crested Butte to here. That's 5 hours of driving, and as a GT car, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's, you know, soft-ish, but at the same time, it's got that get up and go that you want when you're on the curvy roads of Colorado.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great daily driver, especially here, you know, being all-wheel drive. It just kind of ticks a lot of boxes.
Paul, high expectations, yada. Is it hot or not?
It is hot.
There you have it. I think it's hot too. As always, this is Roman
And this is Paul.
saying thanks for watching, and check out tflcar.com for more news, views,
And real-world reviews.
and don't forget to subscribe. We love you guys. See you guys next time. Ciao.